list in the chat so that we know who is coming out next?
I think you have it already. Just check the chat with the accelerator and you will find it. The order, you mean, of the pitching, right?
Yeah, I switch off every single app already, except for Zoom and Canva.
Yeah, you have it.
I think we're live now, so let's get started.
Okay, perfect. So welcome everyone. And this is not another VC pitching session, which traditionally on InnMind we have twice per month. This is very special one. The first one actually in the history of InnMind, the demo day of our InnMind Accelerate program for early stage Web3 startups. That past 3 months intense acceleration program from the early stage until today. Actually, today is not the last day. We will still have a couple of more weeks to follow up with the closing sessions. But today we present our dear startups to our dear network of closest VC funds. In Zoom, we have our most active, most outstanding VC funds that have the priority access to the deal flow and that will share the feedback, opinions, and will decide with whom to follow up after the session. But we're also streaming it live in YouTube and LinkedIn, not only for educational purposes, but also for a lot of other crypto VCs that wanted to get access to this deal flow, but could not join for some reasons, or will have the secondary access to the deal flow. So thanks everyone for joining today. And let me start traditionally with introducing our VC investors. And first to introduce is the investor who joins, let's say, every second pitching session on InnMind, who is very proactive and very contributing to share feedback to the startups and discuss with them the deal flow. He's the managing partner of Cryptomeria Capital, Ivan Semyonov. Ivan, can you please just give us a couple of words about Cryptomeria Capital and your investment thesis?
Hi, Nelly. Pleasure is always to be here. So yeah, I'm Ivan, managing partner of Cryptomeria Capital. We are a VC fund focused on Web3 investments. We invest in equity and tokens. About 6 years in the market, over 200 projects invested. A lot of them are exited. We have a generalist focus, so we invest in whatever we think is best at the moment. Right now is obviously not the easiest time in the market for fundraising for, I think, everybody. So excited to hear what you have this time, Nelly.
And you also forgot to mention that Cryptomeria Capital is becoming one of the first, I guess, fully regulated crypto VCs in Europe, right?
Yeah. I mean, we are already fully regulated, and we're now getting the European passport for distribution of our fund in Europe, and we should be one of the first to do so, which will be a massive milestone, I think, for legitimizing actually the industry and doing things in a professional way, finally.
Yeah, so to all other guys, if one day you will want to go this path, you can always contact Ivan and ask him how to do it and what blood and tears it costs.
Yeah. Prepare to sell your soul.
Exactly. Thanks a lot, Ivan. Happy to see you here. And now the fund with whom we are sharing the deal flow for around 2 years already, one of the eldest in our crypto and Web3 deal flow partnership, Ascensive Assets, and the general partner, Alex Minningham. Alex, would you give a couple of words about Ascensive? You are not that public, but very, very well known within the industry professional circles.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, so my name is Alex Minningham. I am the general partner at Ascensive Assets. We are an agnostic crypto-native Web3 fund. We invest in equity and tokens as well. In terms of our investment thesis, as I mentioned, we're agnostic, but if you look at our portfolio construction, we are primarily focused on 3 main verticals. That would be infrastructure, gaming, and DeFi. We like to invest at the earliest stage, so we like to be the first checks into the companies and teams that we invest in. Check sizes anywhere from 250K up to $1 million or more, depending on the particular deal and the size of the round. I've been in the space personally for about 5 or 6 years now, and joined the Ascensive team earlier this year. So looking forward to checking out the companies in today's demo day. Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot, Alex. I remember before the previous bull run, before it started, Ascensive was investing on early stages in quite a few unicorns that appeared to be become unicorns in 2021. So hope by the next bull run, you will find some unicorns during this bear market.
We're trying to replicate that on a daily basis, so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, indeed. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
And another great fund that is also raising in this industry and quite regularly joins our pitching sessions, Alphabit Fund. And we have here a couple of partners from Alphabet, so Jack Broadway and Ben Barker. Jack, Ben, who wants to give a couple of words about Alphabet?
Hi guys, thank you for having us again. Real pleasure to be here. Alphabet Fund has been in the space since 2018. Our investment thesis is very broad. We're sector agnostic, chain agnostic, like to get in early as well, like the other guys. Seed and private. I'm also here representing Launchpool and Gamify. Launchpool is a pre-IDO platform. It gives retail investors a chance to invest in the private and seed rounds as well. We have a community around 40,000 users. And then we have Gamify, which is a IDO platform, which is geared to metaverse and gaming projects. That's just a quick overview, and a pleasure to be here, guys.
Pleasure to have you here, Ben. Thanks a lot for this intro. And since many focuses of you investors are matching with each other, if you are still not in touch directly and not collaborating, don't forget to let us know, and we will gladly introduce also investors later on for co-investment opportunities, of course. So I want to give a word now to Andrew Levenko from Multsig Ventures. Andrew?
Yep. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm Andrew from Multsig Ventures, a relatively new venture fund, but already actively committing investments. Currently, we're scoring near 200 projects per month. When it comes to our expectations, we usually expect some basic metrics from startups. If you have already any early customers, it's great. So our checks usually between 50K up to 500K. And our expertise both in crypto and fintech. Yeah, so that's probably the main points. I would be happy to hear a few details about the new projects today.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Andrew. That was exciting. Happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And not only VC venture capitalists are interested in investing in startups, we also have some exchanges that are actively scouting for new deal flow. So let me introduce to you Alex Chan from Gate.io and Gate Labs. Alex, would you give a couple of words about Gate.io, not as an exchange, everyone knows you as exchange, but as an incubator and investor in early stage startups?
Okay, I wasn't expecting this, to be honest. And thank you very much for the invitation, Nelly and InnMind. I'm working, hi everyone, this is Alex. I'm from the Gate Labs BD team, and Gate Labs is now, we are transferring, from a pure exchange platform into some incubation function platform. So we try to reach out to early stage quality projects with a lot of potential, promising potential to go with, and we would love to. The general things that we could do to them is to, number one, investment from Gate Labs directly, and number two, we can also introduce other VCs capitals to help the project to keep growing in their early stage, and we are also able to use our own resources in our networks to help them to, to stable grow at the early stage till the project team is experienced and ready to launch to the market, aka maybe token listing on Gate.io probably. So something like that. And we are at the beginning stage in the incubation things. So like student here to look, listen, and learn from the experienced teachers. I should put this way. So thank you very much. Thank you.
So humble, Alex. Thanks a lot for joining us today. And I'm glad to see that Gate.io is using this bear market to build, to scout, and to select the best projects and to become a reliable partner for them. A great job you are doing for the sector. And I want to give a word now to a new VC in our network, IronKey Capital, and one of the managing partners, Joseph Argiro. Joseph, would you like to give a couple of words?
Sure, thanks, Nelly. Yeah, so IronKey Capital is a digital asset hedge fund, liquid token. Been around for a couple of years, and now I've been more focused on the venture side. So I've a community of about 150 angel investors in Web3, and we invest via the syndicate model right now. About 100K checks into just only Web3 infrastructure. That's what we're focused on.
Cool. Thank you, Joseph. And just to mix this brutal men's party with some cool ladies, I want to give a word to Zoe Glacier from SL2 Capital. Zoe, would you love to give a couple of words?
Yeah, hi there. Thanks for having me today. This is my first session. So excited to be here. I work for SL2. I'm the relationships manager, and we mainly invest in GameFi and layer 1, layer 2 blockchain solutions. So excited to see what everyone's got today. And thanks.
Excited to have you. Perfect. Thanks for sharing it with us, Zoe.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, just to understand, do we have Adam Kovacs here from Master Ventures, or he's just listening? Adam, are you here?
I believe he is listening us in YouTube.
Okay. Hi, Adam, if you're listening us in YouTube right now. Then do we have also Scytale Ventures, Apostle Bojev?
No, he's not. He didn't join.
Okay. So Mark, let me know if I missed any of investors presented in the Zoom.
No. If any investor is still here, please reveal yourself. But no, I'm not seeing anyone.
Okay, perfect. So if they join late, they will have opportunity to introduce themselves later on. So right now I give a word to our dear partner at InnMind, board member and biz dev director, Katerina, and she will lead the startup pitch session. Good luck to all the founders today. I'm proud by the job all of you made since the beginning. And yeah, Katerina, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Nelly, for the speech. Yeah, I mean, I'm also super excited for this session and for you guys to shine bright today and not to delay any further. Also, just a small comment, if any investor joins, we'll definitely make a pause and we will give an introduction to this VC. But as for now, let's start with the pitches. And I wanted to give the mic to Sep, representing the Moret startup. Sep, please feel free to share the deck and start the presentation.
Yeah, sure. Can you see my screen?
Yes, all perfect.
Okay, thank you for having me, and I'm here to welcome you to join the Ethereum and Bitcoin options trading adventure with Moret. So what is Moret? Who are we? We are an innovative decentralized exchange with a volatility AMM model running on Polygon chain. And we are the most efficient crypto options platform for both market makers and option traders. So as is well known, the cryptocurrency comes with high risk and return. So we are here to help you hedge the huge risks faced by your crypto assets and create price exposure with leverage, whether you are an individual or institutional investor. But how can we do this? The answer is very simple. to use some options. But as has been said by many, including this Z Prime Capital, there are a lot of on-chain options, but few to exercise. So we are here to facilitate the exercise of these options with an online options exchange. But you must have this question: are there any similar attempts already made over there? Yes, in the centralized financial world, yes, by derivatives. But I think everyone who is interested in the decentralized finance here must have no doubt that there are huge risks with these centralized exchanges. So in the DeFi world, are there any similar attempts? Yes, of course, by many brands such as Lyra, but there are still many problems that you'd like us to solve. So where we find ourselves, we, as you can see from this picture, on the one hand, we try our best to maintain the advantages of the centralized options exchange. But on the other hand, we are also trying to solve some of the problems presented in the DeFi world. So what are the problems? When trading these options on such DeFi exchanges, you may worry about the limited liquidity. But here at Moret, you can buy and sell options with any strike and expiry without worrying about liquidity, because we provide two-way liquidity based on an AMM model. You may also worry about the inefficiency of options pricing models. But at Moret, our implied volatility premium or discount is determined by the total value locked in the liquidity pool and the expected exposure of options. And of course, you may also have this worry about the limited choices of payoff patterns. So Moret will try to solve this problem by launching many structured products to satisfy your appetite, whatever it is. For example, you can trade volatility here on Moret. At last, you may also worry about the losses for liquidity providers without hedging. Please rest assured, Moret collaborates with 1inch exchange so that a liquidity pool can trade tokens underlying options contracts in advance. So where are we now? Our total value locked in the liquidity pool has increased to 100,000 American dollars now, and the trading volume, including options premiums and volatility tokens, has reached 100,000 American dollars as well. So you may wonder how you can trade on our platform. Here, you have an overview of our website. You can see you can buy or sell, whether it is a call or put option, using your USDC or Ethereum. So that is a basic interface of our website. And how are we formed? Our team now has 4 core members. So Richard, who is also here, he has over 10 years experience in banking and investment management, and also Alan and Huang, and also me, Seb. I'm here in charge of the marketing of Moret. How about partnership? So far, we have partnered with OpenZeppelin, 1inch, Chainlink, and Aave. And we have been audited by ABDK and 30K this year. And after that, we have been online. And tokenomics, unlike others, we would like to reserve more tokens as incentives for liquidity pool providers and for our structured products and also for trading. So that said, we would like to focus more on our prospective development in the future. So here you can see a very detailed plan for our future, especially in the following quarter. Our liquidity pool total value locked will reach 400,000 American dollars in the following 3 months. And our trading volume will have reached 400,000 American dollars per month by the end of the 3rd month. And also, The investment in structured products will have reached $100,000 by the end of the quarter. So that's a very basic overview of us, of Moret. If you are interested in any particular part, please let us know, and we would love to dive deeper. And Richard is also here. If you have any technical problems, technical questions, please, Richard will answer everything from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Seb. Great job. Amazing timing. Please, questions to Seb, Richard, and Moret, please.
Hi, guys. I was just wondering if you could explain your partnerships a bit more. I saw you were partnered with Chainlink and Aave. Could you just dive into that a bit?
Yeah, sure. Richard, would you like to answer this question? I think you.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Thanks very much. So actually, our two biggest partnership is the biggest one is with OneInch, because that's the exchange we trade underlying tokens to hedge the liquidity pool market risk, and we've received grants well over $200,000 from them last year to kickstart the project. So OneInch has been very deeply involved in our project from day one. And with Polygon as well. So that's basically the partner we work with, and Polygon is the chain we deployed on contract to. The benefit of it's a multitude and kind of in multiple aspects. The most important will be liquidity and the low cost, the low gas fees provided by the Polygon chain. But it's also part of the main chain that OneInch provides liquidity to and aggregates all the exchanges overall. So we believe that with the partnership with, but also Zeppelin and Chainlink as well, Chainlink provides the price oracle, whilst Moret itself has its own volatility oracle that is based on the Chainlink price source. So there are multiple partnership here. I would say the most important partnership will be with OneInch at the moment, but it doesn't exclude us from working with other exchanges in terms of hedging risk for liquidity pool. I think that's I would say the core feature of Moret. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Thank you, and great pitch, by the way. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Any other questions? All right, I guess not for now. Seb, great job. Amazing pitch. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The rest I'm sure will come in private. So moving on, let me pass the word to Johnny representing Purplefly. Johnny, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Right. Can you see my screen?
Yes, all good to go.
Perfect. All right. Glad to see you all. I'm Johnny. I'm the co-founder of Purplefly, and I have a background of 10 years in the music industry. Purplefly is a music launchpad and marketplace that help artists monetize their content with frictionless blockchain technology. We founded the company in 2021. We deployed an MVP, was a minting engine on our marketplace, and we were releasing NFT together with our music releases, because we also operate as a traditional record label. Since then, we work with amazing artists. Their combined following is over 100 million plus on all social media platforms. And to date, we generated over 130 million streams, monetized views and content across major social media platform and monetized platform, and generated $350,000 in revenues through copyright monetization and pilot NFT collection. We did a lot of pilot NFT collection to understand how the space move and what could be the conversion among the enthusiast fan of the music industry. To date, we also signed an agreement with over 80 plus artists. And right now we are providing music for the FIFA 2022 World Cup. So if you like to see what we are doing, you can go on our social media, on our Instagram, and you can find out more. During this year of operation, we came across several problems. First of all, there is a high entry barrier to Web3 due to lack of digital innovation. There is too much friction, and the consumer of the music industry, it can be just fans that follow the artists for any purpose, just people who actually buy music. They don't really want to deal with the friction that there is in blockchain and Web3 platform to date. They don't want to learn the terminology, and they don't want to learn how to use complicated wallets or stuff like that. And on the other side, the artists, they don't want to give up on the exposure that traditional media platform offer them. Because this is one of the most important things to understand, that just music itself is not the primary revenue stream for artists anymore. Music monetization is not as strong, so the artists need a lot of exposure across any media platform, which I'm talking about TikTok, Music, Spotify, companies that leverage billions of dollars marketing per year to give artists popularity, and then they monetize their IP through live show, merchandise, and so on. So our solution is a marketplace which is completely frictionless, is permissionless. That means anyone can come, any artist can come and use it, any fan can come and use it. And it works leveraging a model that exists in the music industry for over 20 years. So we can receive content directly from other institutions in the music industry. So we enable the entire music industry to Web3 in one step. Basically, we receive content through the utilization of metadata ingestion system. That means any record label, any music distributor send directly to our marketplace automatically, same way they are distributing to iTunes, they are distributing to YouTube Music, TikTok Music, and so on. So that means we can get a volume of NFT for over 100,000 NFT per week just to start. But our music NFT are something completely different. We see a lot of excitement in the space right now, but NFT alone cannot solve the problem of the music industry, because first of all, NFT, they cannot protect the copyright of the music off-chain, which is mostly utilized. A song must be used in the car, must go on the radio, on TV. So you need still a way to access to that specific audio file and also monetize it and protect from piracy. So basically our NFT, or music NFT, is unique because it's three components. There is the utility, which is basically the artist leveraging their brand, assigning any utility to the NFT, connecting directly with the fan base. So we enable more revenue stream for artists in the first place. Then we have the audio component. Basically, we enable the download of the actual audio file, which we protect with the technology through a watermark. So people can download this audio file on their private devices, but they cannot clone it. And then we also monetize this asset wherever it goes. If it gets streamed on the radio, gets utilized on a live concert, we are able to monetize that. And then we also have we enable this digital asset for blockchain use, because we see a future where also physical devices, instruments, they use blockchain technology to have a digital asset inside. So for example, blockchain enable music player, but also we enable NFT for other Web3 based music platforms. So there is a compatibility among these assets through the whole Web3 ecosystem. Then we also operate, as I said, as a music launchpad. The music launchpad has two components. We operate as a traditional record label. We are distributed by the Orchard, which is Sony Music for the world. And so we can help artists to push and leverage their new creation across any country. And we also monetize these assets on over 300 plus stores that are all the major stores, including Apple Music and all the most popular one. On the other side, we also work with specific artists when we believe there is a good potential. We onboard them on our NFT launchpad, where we help them curate their own collection, we guide them, and then we never issue speculative assets, because this is what we understood, that most of NFT, especially music or in art, they are associated to speculative assets which doesn't really make sense for us. NFT are a way for artists to leverage their brand, but artists themselves cannot spend their time checking on the floor price or getting complained by the community for asset volatility of the price and so on. And they don't really have an infrastructure to issue this kind of assets. So our music NFT through our Launchpad are assets that truly leverage their brand and truly leverage the connection between the artists and their wide fan base.
Johnny, sorry to interrupt, just the last slides, please. Thank you.
Sure, for sure. So we are a team of professionals coming from both tech and music industry, and we are raising about $1.2 million in equity and tokens, and we just raised $60,000 last week. So glad to take any question, and thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Johnny. Great job.
Thanks.
I've got a quick question, actually, Johnny. Thank you for the presentation, by the way. It was great. Maybe if you could explain a little bit more about the off-chain copyright, how that works, maybe run us through a quick real-life example.
Sure. Basically, there is any country, right, as an entity that go to claim the royalties from radios, from TV streaming, and so on. Thanks to our partnership with the Orchard, Sony Music, basically we monetize this asset across any copyright association company, and then we redistribute these assets to these revenues to the artist.
Okay, wonderful. And then my last question for you, you're raising, I think you mentioned 1.2.
Yes.
What valuation are you targeting? And is that $60,000 check that you've received, is that from a lead, or are you still looking for a lead investor?
I'm still looking for a lead investor. The check comes from a private investor, and the valuation is about 15 million.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you.
Thank you. Any other questions to Johnny?
Or maybe feedback. I also remember that one Cryptomeria was doing at least primary due deal of this project. So Ivan, maybe you want to share?
I couldn't wait to talk to you. Ivan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I mean, my only question is, so what is you said you're going away from the speculative nature of NFTs. So what is the utility outside of the right to download?
Oh, sure. Basically, the artists, they attach utilities to this NFT, but we don't really want to issue speculative assets, because before we tried that, there are also the common NFT collection. You see now there is basically no more volume happening, because that were coming, the user of that kind of assets, they coming from Web3. That is a really tiny percentage compared to the user base that we have in music industry. So people who come buying our assets, they buy the digital collectible, but they come to consume the music and to redeem the utilities attached to this NFT that the artists can assign when they use our marketplace. So basically, we never issue that kind of speculative asset in that way. Like there is not a will from our side to go and the same NFT and create a Discord model behind that specific NFT collection, and then the artists need to engage over and over, because in reality, in real life, the artists, they move on the next release, and they don't really have an infrastructure. So instead, they can take care of their fan base, issuing these assets as a fixed price that they become utilities, because they attach real utilities to it.
Okay, but can you give some examples of something that you are working with some of the artists, for example, on what would be the utility of like one collection, one album, let's say, released as NFTs?
Sure. So talking on the Launchpad side, now we are working with some of the artists that we already signed agreement with. So basically, the utilities, they're gonna be IRL meetup with the artist, one-on-one session, and access to specific to exclusive version of new music that the artists are making. That will be accessible only to that kind of fan base, that the one that redeemed the NFT first, the first 100 copies. So this is a really basic example of how we handle that. So it's a true connection between the artist and the fan.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ivan. Johnny, I remember that your team worked really hard in order to release the MVP at the demo day today. So is it ready today?
Oh, yes, it's the new UI that we are designing. We designed the new UI, and then we have basically two versions. One is the basic version that is completely frictionless. Like we will not even mention the word NFT in our website. That's the approach, because we tried hard and the just music fan, they just don't get it. And then we have a pro version where you can do crazy things like NFT staking, farming, and all the typical Web3 things. You can see here there is the pro button. So this is just a preview of our marketplace. Then I will be happy to share more. And it comes together with a music player that works through the API directly on the connected to the audio file, so you can stream it as well.
Awesome. So today we do not have the time and opportunity to present MVP, but is it clear that on private calls with interested investors, you can show them the MVP, they can try the demo version, so everything is actually working, yeah? They can have this touch and feel experience.
Yes, next week is possible. And just for clarity, we are able to basically deploy the marketplace online within 48 hours from the date we decide to start. Like we are not too far from that.
Good.
Just for clarity to invest. Thank you.
Okay, sorry for interrupting. Anyone else wants to ask questions?
I think, Nelly, you nailed it with the demo question. Everyone just wants to see it on private calls. All right, perfect. If no other questions, then I also see that one of the VCs joined us in the middle of Johnny's pitch. So maybe, I just wanted to give a quick word to Apostle Boyjov from Scytale Ventures for a quick introduction about the investment thesis and the current focus. So Apostle, do you want to do like a quick intro?
Sure. So I'm currently an investment analyst at Scytale Ventures. We're a VC fund that raised around 65 million, and we have a bit less than that in terms of dry powder, so around 30 million still to deploy. We are Polkadot friendly due to the nature of our advisors being Gavin Wood and Aaron Buchanan, whom I assume you guys have heard of. In case you haven't, Gavin Wood is the founder of Polkadot, and Aaron Buchanan used to be the CEO of Ethereum before going over to Parity Technologies. Just to summarize, we focus on seed stage to Series A with a ticket between 1 million and $3 million US. In general, we like to lead, but that is not always the case. In terms of mandate, we are sector and blockchain agnostic, although we have a preference for Polkadot. That's a quick intro on my side.
Perfect, Apostle. Yeah, thank you so much. Great to have you with us, and hopefully you will find some amazing projects from today's session. Thank you. Perfect. So Johnny, once again, thank you so much for the pitch. Amazing job.
Thanks, everyone.
I'm sure the rest will come in private. And I wanted to continue with Justin from Forbitspace. So Justin, feel free to share the screen and start the pitch.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here today, joining the demo day pitching session of InnMind, so that I have the opportunity to introduce Forbitspace.
Our pleasure, Justin. Yeah, feel free to share the screen.
Excuse me. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Yes. Right now we can see the presentation. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Justin from Forbitspace. First, Forbitspace is a company that develop product to bring the practical value to the Web3 industry. And our core product of the company is the DEX aggregator. That's Forbitspace. As you know, the growth of the blockchain industry and especially cryptocurrencies had facilitated hundreds of DEX to be created on many blockchain. However, this creates some problem affecting the benefit and experience of DeFi user. Some that can name is the liquidity fragmentation, the slippage, and the separation between blockchain. So with Forbitspace DEX aggregator, our solution is to source the liquidity from many different DEX to offer the user the better token swap rate than they could do on any single DEX. Forbitspace provides a solution for trader by aggregating liquidity from various sources, helping to optimize the return, reduce slippage, and save time for user. This one is the simulation image of our Spacefly algorithm. We call price directly from the pools, then aggregate and choose the best price and gas fee to offer to our end users. In addition, our Forbitspace DEX aggregator is currently working on 4 mainnet, Ethereum, BNB chain, Polygon, and Avalanche. About on the interface of the Forbitspace DEX aggregator, we focus on optimizing and improving the user experience when they are trading. Forbitspace integrate a number of features so like candlestick chart, price comparisons, price comparison table between many DEX, or the DeFi insight analysis or real-time crypto market price update. In our research with other competitors, we have a better protocol fees to offer our users at 0.05% on each transaction. And in addition, we focus on optimize the interface, the user experience, so we can bring to our trader, our user, a better experience on our interface. In our business model, we take 0.05% of each transaction. It's our tokenomic FBS. Of the FBS token, we have nearly 10 billion token FBS right now. The token allocation, we allocate our token on ERC, on BAP, and on Aptos. Our FBS token is used in our product ecosystem. It does include Forbitspace DEX aggregator, Forbitswap AMM protocol, and besides that, we also developing MetaSpace, NFT, and Metaverse space. Right now is the go to the market sessions. In Forbitspace DEX aggregator, we focus on 2 groups of target user. First is our crypto trader. Crypto trader is people who use Forbitspace or use swap trading platform to trade and earn profits. So we can optimize their profit by offer the best swap rate for people. And the second target users, we focus on DeFi user, that people who use Forbitspace to swap token, and they use that token for many other DeFi service we can name it lending, derivative, or farming protocol. So that this is the plan, our strategy to develop our product. First, we will upgrade our algorithm to sure that people always get the best rate for their trading, and we also build trading tools on our data aggregator, so people can analyze it. They can have every index to refer when they are trading on Forbitspace data aggregator, and we provide our API for many other DeFi protocol.
Justin, sorry to interrupt, just the last phrases, please. Thank you.
Okay. In the marketing strategy, we focus on communicate our user about the advantage of trading on Forbitspace. Then we will create a group of professional trading community, trader community, and we are aiming to partner with other DeFi protocol. And lastly, this is the roadmap of our data aggregator. We aiming to launch our Forbitspace data aggregator on Aptos in the next year. Thank you. My presentation is finished.
Thank you so much, Justin. Questions to Justin and Forbitspace, and also feedback is very welcome. Thank you. Any questions?
Hi, Justin. Just noticed you your competition was on more blockchains. Just wondering if you had plans to expand onto more blockchains in the future. Thanks for the pitch.
Excuse me?
I just noticed on your competition sheet that they had they were on more blockchains. Just wondering if you had plans to expand. Yeah, so like 1 inch is on that kind of thing.
Yeah, just to clarify, are you planning to introduce more blockchains supported by Forbitspace?
For sure, we're aiming to expand our Forbitspace data aggregator on first the Aptos, and then is the many layer 2 blockchain, because layer 2 is the correct solution of blockchain, so we don't want to miss it.
Okay, so thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right, Justin, I guess not for now. The rest will come in private. So thank you so much for joining us today and for the pitch.
Thank you.
I can stop sharing your screen because I see myself. Okay, perfect. All right, so moving on. I wanted to pass the mic to Muthu from Hidden Beyond. So Muthu, are you ready?
Yeah, okay, thank you. Let me just share the screen.
Yes, go ahead.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, all perfect.
Okay. Hello, guys. This is Muthu. I'm the founder and CEO of Hidden Beyond, the game that brings true value to the gamers. Imagine you're playing a game like GTA 5, where you have millions of in-game cash and tons of properties everywhere in the metaverse. Tell me, what real value do those properties have when you switch off the game? It's nothing. That is the case of Web 2. Coming to the Web 3, you need an NFT in order to play a game. You'll be keep on upgrading it, breeding it to earn more. Imagine hundreds and thousands of users doing the same thing on a daily basis. Do those NFTs worth anything in the long run?
Muthu, I think we don't hear you. Is it only my problem or you don't hear Muthu?
No, we can't hear.
I can't hear him as well.
Muthu, we
Okay.
lost you.
We cannot hear.
Muthu, we do not hear you, unfortunately.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, all good.
Okay. So
You can-
from
you
this
can-
side, I also like,
Yeah, you can start over if you want.
okay.
Or move on with the problem slide when you stop.
Okay. Okay. Imagine you're playing game like GTA 5, where you have millions of in-game cash and tons of properties everywhere in the metaverse. Tell me, what value do those properties have when you switch off the game? It's nothing. That is the case of Web2 games. Coming to the Web3, you need an NFT in order to play a game. You'll be keep on upgrading it and breeding it to earn more. Imagine hundreds and thousands of users doing the same thing on a daily basis. Do those NFTs worth anything in the long run? Nothing. And on top of it, those games are not fun to play. These are not just a problem. These are a big problem currently holding the crypto gaming industry from moving forward. So the solution is hidden beyond. This is a hybrid version of metaverse and game feed. Imagine the metaverse acting like a layer 1, and on top of it, we'll be deploying PvP, PvE, and mission-based games. We also have AI-based NPC characters all around the metaverse to make your experience more fun and engaging. And the PvP game we have is purely skill-based. Now you can play with other players instead of bots. These are some of the features we have. The product is very simple. The PvP is a multiplayer skill-based games. The PvE is a casual game we have all around the metaverse, something like a treasure hunting, fishing, skydiving. We also have live event hosting and mission-based games. Coming to the metaverse, these properties inside the metaverse make true revenue through the games that are being played on their land. The whole game is built on Unreal Engine, so you don't have to worry about the graphic quality. The total gaming industry value is more than $200 billion. Initially, we are focusing on the Asian and European market, including the Gen Zs that are playing PC game, that is online PC game. We have taken 2 titles from the Web2 and Web3 space. We have a list of the benefits we have over it, and we have like the added advantage over the competitors, maybe the PvP paid matchmaking, the whole game acting like a standalone Web2 game, the properties making revenue, deploying games for NFT projects under our ecosystem. And talking about the token utility, the native token has been paired with the in-game cash that is non-tradable. We have listed the main use cases of the token on the left side in the game and also the metaverse. On the right side, you can see the token acting like a side chain that gives the power of having our own blockchain. These are some of the revenue models we have: the metaverse, gaming, and the sidechain. The whole game is free to play with an additional paid matchmaking model. We have included a small spreadsheet to calculate the revenue we have based on the players that we get for the PvP game on a daily basis. We have finished building a stylish version of the metaverse and deployed a play and earn shooter game on top of it, where users can now download and test and understand how the play and earn concept is going to be. Currently, we are working on a graphically intense version of the metaverse and planning to launch the Battle Royale. We are also planning to launch a base version of the metaverse before the public launch. These are some of the go-to-market strategy we have for the pre and post-launch, focusing on the gamers and also the metaverse investors. Talking about the team, I myself is the founder and CEO who is responsible for the whole game. Mr. Abhilash is the one who will be taking care of the business side. Our CTO, Anirban Ghosh, has 18 plus years of experience in the gaming industry and has 20 plus gamers under his control. Mr. Balakumaran is the one who will be building the smart contracts we need for the metaverse and game. We received grants from Binance and also managed to partner with top tier companies like Chainlink, Ready Player Me, BNB Chain to build the products and also to do the cross marketing. Currently, we are raising $510,000 through seed round at the valuation of $7.5 million with a fully diluted market cap of $15 million. These are some of the features we were able to showcase due to the time limitation. we will be happy to like, showcase the more fun facts we have inside the metaverse and also GameFi. Also the products that we are currently building. Thank you.
Great job, Muthu. Thank you so much. Questions to Muthu on Hidden Beyond, please.
I had a question on the fundraising round. Thank you for the presentation. So is this a pure SAFT? Are you raising just for tokens, or will there be equity as well?
We have the option of equity also. Currently, we are looking for the token SAFT. We also have the equity token if you're interested.
So this would be a safe with a token warrant?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then in terms of, I saw just briefly on one of the slides, I think it was the revenue model slide with the land sale for
the
metaverse. I'm curious, are you utilizing that as part of your fundraising mechanism for this $510,000 round, or will that be supplementary and come down the road?
No, it has been like planned to launch after the game has been launched on the mainnet. It is nothing to do with the fundraising.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. All right, so any other questions? Andrew, Zoe, Joseph, you are keeping silent today.
The train is clear. Thank you for speech.
Thank you. So no questions for now. I guess not. So Muthu, great job. Thank you so much. The rest I'm sure will come in private. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, so moving on, I wanted to pass the mic to Fiddo representing ByBarter project. So Fiddo, please feel free to share the screen.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Fiddo, good to see you.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, all good.
Okay. It's a pleasure being here today to introduce to you the ByBarter project. We're a decentralized, borderless, and non-custodial P2P as a service platform for decentralized crypto. Now, the pain points behind our project, okay? First and foremost, the current structure of centralized exchanges gives the unbanked and underbanked no chance to participate seamlessly in the crypto space. They are struggling to get into the space, and this is unfair. Decentralized exchanges, users of self-custody wallets, launchpads, as well as decentralized exchanges, struggle and pay lots of amounts of money to get their crypto from centralized exchanges into their self-custodial wallets before they can proceed to the decentralized project of their choice. I mean, there's a lack of independence when it comes to DeFi and decentralized exchange. Decentralized crypto is the future, but I mean, the dependence on centralized crypto is a challenge for the growth of decentralized crypto. So the ByBarter team built the world's first borderless P2P system, which is decentralized and non-custodial in nature. What does this mean? It means you can actually conduct P2P transactions directly from your self-custody wallets in order to fund your self-custody wallets and also withdraw from your self-custody wallets without necessarily relying absolutely on centralized exchanges, which is the status quo as it is. P2P is too important for the blockchain industry and crypto space for it to be only accessible within the four corners of centralized exchanges. We've built a borderless, decentralized, and non-custodial P2P as a service platform that allows everyone within the space to conduct P2P transactions, irrespective of the centralized exchange or decentralized exchange of choice. Now, the team behind this are myself and co-founder Charles Bradford, as well as our CTO, Paresh Thuma, and we have 5 other team members supporting this project. Charles and myself are engineers and building stuff in the oil and gas industry, and we're early adopters of crypto. We are currently unbanked being the fact that we're actually in a jurisdiction that doesn't support crypto. So we know those pains and we set out to build a solution, and we have done that. Okay, in terms of our traction, our MVP is live. We can conduct P2P transactions on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, as well as USDT, TRC. And then our partners are also outlined. Hopefully, more partners will be found during this program. And then our target markets. First and foremost, our target market is for the unbanked and the underbanked in South America, Asia, as well as Africa, who have been left out of the centralized crypto space. So they are target markets. And of course, users of self-custody wallets, which is the only tool that can be used to access decentralized exchanges as well as decentralized projects. That's the only tool. I mean, they are customers because we want a situation whereby decentralized crypto can be independent. You can fund and withdraw your crypto directly from your self-custodial wallets, be it Ledger, be it MetaMask or Trust Wallet. I mean, this solution is novel. Decentralized crypto needs this, and we built it. And again, for those who are having challenges in terms of inflation, for those in jurisdictions where inflation is a problem, they are customers because we can educate them on how they can hedge themselves and protect themselves from the effects of inflation using the power of stable crypto. In terms of our competitors, I wouldn't say they are competitors because all of them are actually centralized. They are custodial. They lock people out of their accounts indiscriminately. And some of them have gone down like FTX. I mean, everyone who should participate in decentralized crypto, imagine if they had their funds on FTX. We've lost them because they're out of money. So, I mean, decentralized crypto needs an independent route for funding and withdrawals, which is ByBarter. Okay, so for us, we're a universal P2P system, removing borders for accessing P2P transactions within the crypto space. Someone on Git.io, I use Git.io, I can't conduct P2P transactions, okay? But with our solution, I can conduct P2P transactions with some other person on Bitmart or some other person on any other decentralized protocol out there. So we've taken off the borders and it's decentralized. And I can do this directly from, the comfort of my self-custody wallets. Okay, so it's cheaper and it allows even the world's unbanked to participate within the crypto space. Okay, in terms of our business model, we're actually making money, charging commission, 1.4% commission on all sales made on ByBarter. And then we're charging $1 for everyone who's buying crypto utilizing ByBarter. So how much does it cost for your freedom to be in control? $1 and 1.4%. And then of course, we'll be making money from adverts on our MarketVerse, which is a solution we will be building to enable crypto users to spend their crypto without having to convert it to fiat. Okay, and this is like a 10 billion market opportunity within the next 3 years in terms of charges made, to transfer crypto from centralized systems into the decentralized space. This is the opportunity which we bring to you today. Okay, so our progress so far, as I mentioned earlier, we cover Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDT, as well as Binance Smart Chain. And we're looking to expand our platform to also allow Solana, Polygon, Cardano, Polkadot, as well as Metis to be able to conduct P2P transactions. And also want to complete the build of our MarketVerse ByBarter. And again, we're seeking partnerships within players in the industry. We're a service, so we can partner with SafePal, MetaMask, and even the launchpads to enable people, conduct P2P transactions within this new economy, which we're going to create. In terms of our seed round, we're raising $5 million for our seed rounds. And I mean, we welcome you to look at this opportunity and tap into it while, the opportunity is still there. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fiddo. Great job. Amazing pitch. Questions to Fiddo and ByBarter. And also, yeah, Alex, I see you unmuted. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost the sound for a while. I just want to know that your target fundraise sit around 5 million. So how much is the valuation total, and in equity, in token warrant, or anything else?
Right now, our valuation would let the market, determine our valuation. However, we're raising $5 million for tokens only. It's just tokens.
Tokens only.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Got it. Thank you.
Other questions or also feedback, please, because as you all know how hard it is and nervous for the founders to pitch and present in front of such amazing VCs and such events. So please, if you can share your feedback as well, that would be priceless. Ivan, you saw Fiddo pitching on the first event?
I actually think Fiddo didn't pitch in the first event, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, my only question is, I think I asked that during the first time as well. But what is the sort of KYC process and AML tools that you're going to use to assure that your system is not used for malicious intent?
Okay, so I mean, we're going to depend on the banks. I mean, everyone would be utilizing our platform. We're not having any fiat on-ramp on our system, okay? But those who want to conduct P2P transactions, of course, have money in their bank accounts. They are known by their banks, and this burden is on the banks to ensure that, I mean, funds can be tracked. So we don't have any fiat on-ramp on our platform.
Okay, but then how does that problem solve the problem for the unbanked, which is what you started with?
Basically, I mean, I have a bank account. I can't, my debit or credit cards can't function on crypto platforms. Okay, if I have money in my bank accounts, okay, so I thrive on P2P transactions. I utilize P2P transactions. So for decentralized crypto, there is a lack of P2P systems that would enable P2P transactions to be done in the decentralized crypto space. As an unbanked person, P2P is the solution. And I believe that decentralized crypto deserves to have a borderless P2P system also. My bank knows me, so whatever transactions I do within the banks, I mean, they can question me. So the onus is on the bank to ensure that AML regulations are met.
But I mean, this would be only if you, like, one of the people in the P2P transaction is not going through the bank, right? I mean, they're only receiving the money, which would be going through, or they would be receiving to their bank account as well. So it requires both people to have bank accounts, essentially.
So there are tons of systems which the unbanked actually use. Okay, we've given that opportunity for people to be able to utilize those options on our platform. Let's say you want to make payment by PayPal. We necessarily don't have to integrate our platform with PayPal, but you've done KYC with PayPal. M-Pesa, there are different applications out there utilized by different people within different jurisdictions. And these are legitimate, systems which the unbanked actually conduct transactions. However, these systems are not integrated into the crypto space. So we have provided this opportunity within the decentralized crypto space, and the onus is on these systems to protect, people from conducting illegal activities.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Fiddo. Any other questions or feedback? All right, Fiddo, I guess not for now. Thank you so much for the presentation. I'm sure the rest will come later on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. So moving on, I wanted to pass the mic to Eddy from CrazyMeta. Eddy, please go ahead.
Hang on a second. Am I looking at the screen? Hang on. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes, all good.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Hi, everybody. I'm Eddy. I'm both excited and proud to be presenting our project CrazyMeta to you. As the saying goes, data is the new gold, and that's especially true for advertising data. Web 3.0 has brought many new opportunities and challenges, and there is no one solution for advertising in the multiverse. That's where CrazyMeta comes in. By using NFTs and tokens, CrazyMeta is creating an advertising platform that brings together the virtual and physical worlds in a way that both addictive and disruptive for the multiverse. For our first release, we are focusing on sneakers because number one, the global market for sneakers is huge, 190 billion in total, and the NFT markets for sneakers alone is already 6 billion in 2022 and is expected to reach 42 billion by 2026. There is a dedicated community of diehard fans known as sneakerheads who collect both physical and virtual sneakers. And third of all, the entry barrier for the fashions category is high, particularly when it comes to manufacturing, which is an area where we excel in. Our NFTs will be converted into voxel twins so that the players can wear the NFTs they purchase as skins in online games like Roblox and Minecraft, as well as avatars and virtual worlds like the Sandbox. In addition to their virtual form, our NFTs are also made into physical collectibles. We have partnered with Web3 brands like Bored Ape to be features on our first collections. Our aim is simple, to create something truly cool and unique. While other teams may struggle with manufacturing processes, our team competence and experience allow us to control the entire production process internally from design to production. The goal is for the user to be able to purchase our NFT using our app, whether they are virtual or physical, and then wear and share them on the social media channels. The more they share, the more they are going to earn. We hope to create a vibrant and active communities around our products by encouraging users to share our NFTs with their followers. As like any advertising platforms, there are two main user groups: those who complete the quests and missions to earn the crazy tokens, and the advertisers and sponsors who can access data on the performance and usage of our NFTs, such as exposures, comments, likes, and follows. We are confident that our platform will be successful because apps like Steppen, which require users to exercise and sweat to earn tokens, have already attracted 1 million users. We believe that we are in a better position as we are tapping into human vanity and Gen Z desire for social media recognition. And furthermore, we are rewarding them for sharing, which will drive massive adoptions to our platform. CrazyMeta has a well-thought-out plan to go to the market, which covers a wide range of audience and platforms. We're excited to announce that we'll be launching our NFTs at Sneakerness, the biggest sneakerhead convention in Europe, where we will have a booth in which attendees can purchase NFTs and explore the colors of our sneakers using AR technologies. We're also partnered with 20 INO sites around the world that will be selling the NFT at the same time when we are launching it. NFT will be shared daily at live cast events such as Binance Live, Twitter Space, and TikTok. As our NFT have a physical component, we'll be able to sell them through conventional e-commerce channels like Amazon and Kickstarter. Despite limited resources, we have made significant progress and achieved notable milestones. One of our biggest accomplishments has been securing a B2B sponsorship deal for the sneakers and launching our first Crazy 8 Mystery Box NFTs, which gross about 25,000 with very limited marketing budget. This deal showcased the value and potential of our platform, even at this early stage. A little bit about myself. I founded a fintech startup in 2015 that has raised to A round, and I led it through ICO as well in 2018. In 2019, I started a factory with my family, which has a department that specializes in Amazon and eBay. These experiences has given me expertise in startup and funding management, as well as manufacturing and logistics. This is our tokenomics, which we have adjusted for the current market conditions. We shall be looking for longer-term investors to take part of the building process. The core team has pushed as hard as possible to reach this stage. In summary, our team brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in both adaptive planning and detailed execution. We are not only passionate about this project, but also have extensive business acumen to realize its potential. When the market conditions are favorable, CrazyMeta will be well positioned to be the first one out of the gate. Our funding ask is $500,000, which can be provided in form of tokens, equity, or hybrid options. Last but not least, let me switch off the sharing. Sorry. Showcase of our MVP. I know Ivan did a lot already. So this is leather, New Zealand wool, leather. This is the ape, and this is our logo. The last sentence, I know, Kate, I ran out of time. While other teams may dream of building a rocket to fly to the moon, we have built our rocket. We just need the fuel, and we are not aiming for the moon, but for the furthest star. Thank you very much.
Eddy, thank you so much. Perfectly on time. And this is just another level of the pitch. Trust me, this is amazing. Thank you so much for that.
Indeed, if it was an offline event, you will hear a lot of applause right now, right?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good.
Thank you to all my mentors, Adu, you guys, and yeah, I feel like going to the Oscar and thank you everyone, you know. No, but I appreciate for the journey, but all the you know, startups as well. Thank you very much.
The best Oscar here is investment. So Zoe, I see you unmuted. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I am muted. So that was great. I love the energy of that presentation. That was amazing.
Thank you.
I just have one quick question. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Minecraft stop NFT integration back in July?
Yeah, I love to answer that question. It's
and
very
different
simple.
IP?
We do not do B2B with Minecraft personally. We give it to the users of Minecraft itself. It's like when you buy an NFTs, we'll just give you the file format that you are able to use it to customize your character.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I was just wondering how you navigate that system.
Tricky questions, but I think I answered it well.
No, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Eddy. Thanks for the pitch. Again, great to see the finished product behind you guys. I'm just wondering if you had like a unique selling point. I'm just aware you've got RTKFT, they're partnered with Nike and CryptoPunks. I'm just wondering if there was something you find is particularly unique about your project. Thank you.
So I was inspired by them, and to be very frank about it, if you look at the past history of what startup has made some news as well as made it after 3 rounds of funding and got acquired by Nike, they really inspired us into this path. But by inspiring us, we got into this sneakers environment, and we just make use of our core competencies, like we are able to do in-house designing as well as manufacturing that a lot of other startups will not be able to complete. So by looking at the pitch deck, you are able to see like the usabilities of just an app, but below it, the supply chain, the management, the control of the whole process is very, very tedious in order for the product to be given to the users to be used as the way that it should be.
Okay, sound. Yeah, thank you, Eddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, Eddy. I was just wondering what your revenue model looks like.
So revenue model is very straight, very direct. Before the app comes out, which is with the incentivized, like getting the money from advertisers and giving back to communities, we are able to generate revenues from the sales of NFTs. And from the sales of NFTs, as you know, for example, like the shoes itself, I think Ivan was not happy with my price. I lowered it down, so be gentle with me. So basically, for example, like the shoes, one shoe costs about 75 to about 80 USD with or without shipping, you know, because of the limited supply. So we are able to sell it. I know Ivan is going to be unhappy if I say 300, but we can even sell it at 200 and make a profit from it. It's how much you're going to sell. So basically, this model is a lot of e-commerce combining with the craze of what NFTs is all about, and package it up and incentivizing them, like stepping and making use of NFTs and make more money from it.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the speech. Let me clarify. What is your approach to balancing your tokenomics, and how do you plan to maintain the high price of your token? Thank you.
No, I'm very grateful to InnMind, because with the tokenomics, I've gone through PhDs and gone through launch pads. So I've been washed. But basically, I think I do say it the most correctly wise, which is every startup has different tokenomics that if I'm able to defend it in a way that these are the ways that we are going to present to the users and how they're going to be used, then that will be the tokenomics of what we are. So, but in general term, because the market is dead, as we all know, I cannot like say that our valuations for the tokens will be like what the bull run could be. So we got to minimize that and lower down the expectations for that, for not even thinking of fundraising. And I'm thinking about users, utilizations of the tokens. So that's the reason why at the last page of my deck, I was saying that we are going for the hybrid ways that any investors are interested in investing in CrazyMeta and be crazy along.
Get it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Any other questions?
I'm surprised Ivan is not like punishing me today.
Eddy, I've got one for you. It may be best saved for a private conversation because it could probably get detailed. But I'm curious. You know, you have a two-sided marketplace here, acquiring customers and then acquiring kind of on the B2C side and then also on the B2B side. So your go-to-market strategy makes sense, but I'm curious what cohort you're looking to target first, or if you're trying to go after both at the same time, because, you know, in many ways you have a chicken and the egg situation to where if you have customers, but you don't have, or if you have B2C customers, but no B2B customers, then it could create some issues. So I'm curious what your thoughts are there.
Thank you, Ivan. I got to give my gratitude to both you and Nally to scream at me for my going to the market at the first try with you. So I've expanded it out. But answering your questions directly is very simple. We got to go for the B2C first. You got to have the fishes before you have the corporate coming in. And at the same time, this is a very difficult startup process. In a sense, we got to do all the workflow. That means we have to make the prototype out. We got to go through all the process in order to iron out all the glitches and make sure that the whole system work before you can even approach any of the sponsorship or even the advertisers. But answering you is definitely B2C first in order to get the amount from the community as we are building it before you move up to the next level, which is going for the advertiser. But hey, we may not go for AAA. We can go for BBB to start off with the other startup as sponsors and stuff like that. Who knows? It will work.
Beautiful. Makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you very much, meaning that there is another question in the private round. That means I have a ticket for the private round. No, I mean private round discussion.
Possibly, for sure.
Thank you.
We will follow up with everyone very shortly. And I saw that while Alex was asking, Ivan was unmuting himself. So you have the final word and question.
I keep on hearing about this evil Ivan. But I mean, I think the price point sounds a lot more reasonable, and I think it's a very sane idea to not rush with the token and even the token design, just to try to do the sale first and see where you land with that. So I mean, overall, I think it's a very interesting thing that you're doing, and I think that right now is actually the time to start merging let's say the real world with the crypto world, and NFTs attached with the physical product is definitely the concept to start exploring in this market.
Thank you.
You see, wow. Eddy, such warm words from evil Ivan.
Well, I had to. I was like starting to feel bad about myself now.
But to be very frank, without your critics, I may not have the pitch that I'm pitching today. So thank you very much for those.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Eddy, great job as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Perfect. So moving on, let me pass the mic to Alex from Farm.XYZ. So Alex, please, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Hard to keep the energy after Eddy, but I'll try.
You'll do great, I'm sure.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Alex. I'm the founder of Farm.XYZ. Let me tell you a little bit about me, and then we'll get into the product. So my background is in tech. I've been programming since I was 8, been an entrepreneur for the last 10 years. And at the beginning of the year, since I was always close to the crypto field and especially DeFi, I started looking for ways to fix some of the issues that I was encountering as an average DeFi investor day to day. And this is how Farm was born. Now, let me tell you the story of one of our users. Meet Bear. He's a novice crypto investor that just entered the ecosystem. He would like to invest using the existing DeFi platforms, but these were just not designed for him. The learning curve is really steep, and he just gets frustrated. This is where we come in. Using our platform, users can invest in DeFi assets in just 2 steps, buy and sell, instead of 18 or more. We do that by wrapping all of these DeFi assets like liquidity pools, yield farms, or more complex strategies into X assets, a smart contract layer that behaves like a traditional ETF and automates all of the investment process. Here's how it looks like to invest in one of these assets right now. You've got 18 different steps, and compounding is usually done multiple times. With our solution, you just look at it as you do any other token. You buy it at a price. That price increases with the yield, with the value of the underlying tokens. We do auto compounding for you automatically when it makes sense, and then you just sell it at a new price. Here's how the product looks like. You've got a list of different pools, each one with its own price. And for each one, we also calculated what we call real APY. Now, what we did here is that we actually went back and indexed the blockchain from 6 months ago. We've got prices of the tokens, APYs of the pools, fees of the pools, gas fees, and we can tell you what $1 invested in each specific asset would be worth today in US dollars, and not some random token that will go down 90% tomorrow. We also allow users to do risk management, which isn't really available on any other platform for these types of assets. Now, here's another really cool feature. We allow users to just use their BNB wallet and invest in X assets cross-chain, or even buy tokens cross-chain. And whenever they sell, all of their assets come back to their BNB wallet, so they don't need to worry about bridging or adding other chains or so on and so forth. Now, the X asset is the base layer of the platform. The next iteration of this, and this will come down the line, is what we call X funds. Now, an X fund is a collection of different X assets where also other users can invest in. This is like eToro's copy portfolio, but for the decentralized world. From a blockchain strategy, we're starting with BNB chain at the top and then connecting to all of the others. Our main connections will start with EVM compatible chains, but then all of the others will come as well. From a competitor's point of view, there are bits and pieces of the solution out there, but there's no solution that's really designed for the novice investor, and there's no solution that actually allows users to do risk management. Team, we've been together for a really long time. We've built multiple products together, shipped them, maintained them in production. We've got operations, sales, we've got a financial expert with us, and he has more than 14 years experience in the TradFi ecosystem. I have experience in the TradFi ecosystem as well. I've worked with funds and brokerages, and we've got our advisors on the crypto side. Traction, we've built a lot of stuff. We've done multiple partnerships. We've built product, we've built community, and there's a lot of stuff coming. We've got a really busy quarter this quarter and another really busy quarter at the beginning of the year. Our go-to-market strategy starts with with accessing communities of the existing DeFi platforms, and we can do that by since we're not really competing with them, we can actually partner up and access their communities and give them an easier tool to provide liquidity in their platform. So we partner up with DEXs, with strategy builders, and so on and so forth. Our token, we're going to launch it on BNB chain with a pretty small initial market cap. The token utility is mostly based on transaction fees. That's the main source of revenue for the project. But then we've got some other places where the token will be used inside the platform to activate different features. The tokenomics, we're raising our seed round right now at a 12 million valuation. We've got around 200K left out of it. These are our current investors, and with this occasion, I'd like to thank SL2, who are already our investors, and these are our partners as well. And one more thing, we're live on BNB chain. That's it. I'd like to open it up for questions, or if we have just a little bit of time, I can actually do a quick demo. Here's how the product looks like. You can quickly connect your wallet. You go in, you say, let's invest $10. You click invest. You approve the transaction in MetaMask. And that's it. It's that simple. Thank you.
Looks great, Alex. Thank you so much for the pitch. Great job.
Thank you.
Please, questions to Alex and Farm.XYZ.
No questions? I answered everything. That's good.
The pitch was super clear, it seemed, yeah.
Maybe some feedback. I know a lot of investors invested in DeFi, in yield farming, and this project aims to disrupt this industry, bringing more non-crypto savvy, maybe not that tech advanced audience to DeFi, to yield farming. Any feedback, any questions, any matching with your portfolio companies? Alex, Ivan, Andrew, Jack, Ben.
Hi, Alex. Believe we've already connected through InnMind and already had a call. But yeah, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack.
All right, Alex, I think you just nailed it today. So need some time to process the questions or maybe feedback in private. So thank you so much for the presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Perfect. So moving on, I wanted to pass the mic to Nick, representing Evolution DAO.
Hi guys, do you see me all good? Sorry, I have not such great connection today, so maybe I turn off the video and share the screen, so for it will be good, okay?
Yes, go ahead, no problem.
Okay, so tell me if you see my screen, all good?
Yes, we can see it.
Perfect. So my name is Nike, I'm CBDO of the CapsCoin and Evolution DAO. And today I'm going to show you what's going on. So a year and a half ago, we started building the CapsCoin as a gaming platform. And the goal was to assemble high quality Web2 games and provide the whole Web3 ecosystem for them and help with fundraise, with market entry, and with all the incubation process inside. Yeah, so the funding process takes several steps, and team tries to build the necessary picture for the investor, and the investor tries to discover the credible picture of the project. Yeah, and for this reason, no one really sees the real picture, even the project team, and each investor manages the risks by himself. And for the same reason, we create the Evolution DAO above the CapsCoin platform, to verify the procedure of selecting projects. So it must be transparent, it must be trustable, yeah? And that's why we need to clarify these things before we go into publish any kind of deals, before we decided to place any offers in our platform. So the DAO could verify and clarify all these questions, and the project could get expertise from DAO experts who will be rewarded both from DAO tokens and the tokens of the projects before we make any offers on the platform. Yes, and we went even further than that, because it doesn't end when the deal is signed. Yeah, it's just the very beginning, and all the things that gonna happen later are even more valuable than before that. So Evolution DAO provides not only the qualification of the projects that reduce the risk on the proposal level, but also provide investment management capabilities after the deal. So we have foreseen negative scenarios and provide risk reduction on this high profitable Web3 market. So DAO unites all the participants all the possible experts, partners, investors, all the services inside, and provides these services in transparent way and distributes all the profits for the guys who really gives these services, for example, for the experts or for the services. Yeah, and the flow of the income comes up from the IP box, from the games, from the commission of these liquidity pools and investment offers, from the network. For example, CapSquare have its own network that provide Web3 services, that provide the commissions flow from the transactions, for example. Yeah, and the offers, for example, that can be listed on our marketplace, NFTs, on anything else from the games, yeah, also provides cash flow. That's why our native token uses like the huge sustainable model. It builds from staking, so the stakeholders must have stake to get some vote about the investment. The marketplace, as I mentioned, the services that I mentioned, and commissions from the whole things that gonna happen inside the platform and inside the DAO. So, as I mentioned, it's the legacy of the CapsCoin, and the project is already on the late stage to be published. So we complete the whole ecosystem for the Web2 startups. And I'm gonna show you a little shortcut videos of the gameplay, just to clarify what's going on for you guys. What's the level of the games that gonna be presented, like the first deck, the first pool of the projects, so the high quality games that not just, the very simple play turn like we all used to. So we really spend a lot of time to find best web studios. We spend a lot of time with them to really go through all these things, what's gonna be prepared before going to public. So we're really hard working on this field, and we gather a lot of games. All of them are high quality games. All of them are from the game studios that have great expertise in this field. They are not from the crypto space, yeah? So we provide them the full stack of the technologies and services to complete this Web3 industry standard for the Web2 game studios. Yeah, that's why we really wanted to make it transparent and trustable, not only for our own vision. Yeah, that's why we came to the decision to build DAO above, because these games must be really trustable for everybody, from the Web2, Web3 space, no matter. Yeah, and that's why we think that's the best way how we could really produce this solution to the market. It's not just our own vision, it must be transparent for everybody. So now we're working with a huge number of game studios. I would say that it's just a few cases that you can see right now. So there will be much more, and we already formed a team to publish these products on the Web3 markets. So the whole circle of the services we already gathered in our ecosystem, and the team is already gathered also. So coming back to my slides. We already have connections with several blockchains and the partners who provide the technical services for our platform. And as I showed you, we have a list of games that can be presented as the first pool of projects on our platform. And we have a team of experts, both from gaming industry and blockchain industry. And we have partners, as I already mentioned, that onboarded while we was building CapsCoin. So I'm happy to answer any of your questions. That's it. Thank you.
Great job, Nick. Thank you so much. Questions to Nick and also feedback, please. Any questions? Andrew, Jack, Alex, Zoe, no?
Nothing from my side, but very good pitch. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Hope it really, the picture is clear for you. That's you have no questions.
I think so, Nick. I mean, yeah, let us give some time to digest and then the rest will come in private. So thank you so much for the presentation. Great job.
Thank you.
Perfect. So let us go to the last but not least. Wanted to pass the mic to Aaron representing HBS. Aaron, feel free to share the screen.
Okay. Yes. Do we see it?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. HBS is an all-in-one DeFi app designed for everyone. Use DeFi as easy as eating a hash brown. HBS has a click and use DeFi wallet, a decentralized exchange, a lending platform to become a financial supermarket. People like CeFi because they're easy to use. However, CeFi has problems with lack of security and transparency, as we have witnessed the recent fall of FTX, BlockFi, and Celsius network. Before connecting to DeFi services, users start with a highly complicated DeFi wallet, such as MetaMask or TP Wallet. It takes many steps just to set up a wallet. The use of DeFi is a daunting task for someone new to crypto. According to Citigroup's research report, decentralized exchanges or DEXs have grown faster than centralized exchanges over the past 2 years. Citi says DEX are responsible for 18.2% of spot trading volume, and the gap is likely to widen as users move away from centralized platform to avoid KYC-heavy procedures. HBS is designed for mass adoption with DeFi access in 2 steps. Go to hbsswap.com and click on the wallet icon. HBS eliminated the need to make a copy of the private key with automated private key control. User can deposit BTC, ETH, and BNB without making any network configuration. Access to essential DeFi services is streamlined with a click on the service icon. HBS has a breakthrough in DeFi access, which gives users the best of both worlds, including ease of use provided by CeFi, as well as security and transparency offered by DeFi. Binance formed in 2017, which has risen to the top after Chinese government banned crypto exchanges in the same year. P2P lending is also banned in China. HBS is ready to take advantage of the growing global market demand for zero KYC P2P DeFi services. HBS began public beta in December 2021. During summer of 2022, FARK and HBS tokens began active trading on Hashbrown Swap. HBS token IDO was completed on 4th of July. Investors made a high ROI. 2 affiliated exchanges will be launched on HBS. Partners of HBS can take advantage of HBS's easy-to-use wallet to scale Web2 users into Web3. We will be ready in Q3 2023 to promote token listing, P2P lending, and payment services. For token issuers, HBS minimizes investor service time. HBS is also a powerful cross-border payment tool, as it supports major tokens including BTC, ETH, and USDT, with transfer speed in 1 to 3 seconds and 10 cents gas. We're raising $20 million to onboard 1 million users in 12 to 18 months for 20% equity. HBS's income will come from a large number of transactions, including swaps, loans, and credit card charges. I'm a Chinese-American investment banker. I created 101 public shares, advised over 30 companies in going public, including an impossible IPO. With only patent rights, BioDelivery completed a NASDAQ IPO in 2002 at the bottom of internet bubble and was acquired this year for $604 million cash. I have been promoting STO since 2019, but the market was not yet ready. So I built MOSFI public blockchain and then built HBS on MOSFI. This is the Wall Street Journal article that made me the king of shells, as I control nearly a quarter of the shale resources on Wall Street in 1999, 2 decades before shales became mainstream and known as SPACs today. Kevin has over 14 years of management experience, including at SoftBank-owned Brightstar. Simon has over 12 years of experience at Microsoft, responsible for architect design. Sunny is a senior manager at Dell. Nior handles partnerships. Jackie is the head of HBS Research Institute. HBS ecosystem consists of 5,000 investors. We conduct online and offline classes, have a WeChat-like social media to attract new members. We are launching the HBS e-commerce business, accepting only HBS token as payment. We're using LinkedIn for targeted emails. HBS connects CoinNow for credit card service, app for K-line chart, and Super Oracle is ready to provide us live financial data. HBS Tech Team is based in Taipei. Mars Capital's Asia headquarters is in Shanghai. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Great job and perfect timing. Questions to Aaron and HBS, please. Also, feedback is much appreciated. I know it's the last pitch for today, but still, we should have all a lot of energy left. Jay, Alex, Zoe, Andrew.
That was all clear to me. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have any questions, but it was great. Thank you.
All right.
I'm sorry. I just have one question that Mr. Tsai said that you are about to acquire 1 million users in 12 to 18 months, right? So just to be more specified, please, that how will the plan or let's say the company strategy to acquire the users? Because to be honest, there are a lot of competitors in the market already. So, you know, it's going to be a very, very not easy place for you guys to run the business with. So just be curious about that, the how to acquire active users into your target. Yeah.
Okay. The question is that our target market is the Chinese market, the biggest market in the world. And we see how Binance risen to the top in 2017 because of the crypto ban. And we are like the early stage of Binance, but not in the CeFi world, but in the DeFi world. With our token listings, it's already proven that the 5,000 investors are non-crypto users, and they can easily use our wallet and our DEX. So we will be able to attract large number of token issuers. There are hundreds, if not over 1,000 token issuance in China and Asia. So that would be a big source of B2B2C strategy to onboard a large number of users. And also, I mentioned, you may not notice, is that P2P lending is banned in China because business people just do not do real P2P lending. So if we introduce the crypto version, a trustless model, there's a huge demand in mainland China. And then also our, because we have a cross-chain system that supports BTC, ETH, and BNB with the lightning transfer speed and low gas fee based on MOSFI, the public chain that we built first before we build HBS. We already have a very powerful cross-border payment tool, and we're adding the credit card service so people can charge credit card to buy crypto. So these are the three types of service we're going after: token listing, P2P lending, and the cross-border payment service targeting the Chinese market. before we expanding globally. So it's not that difficult to attract 1 million users in China.
Yeah, I see. Thank you, sir. Well, I'm actually in China, so kind of be familiar with what you're describing about. So I see. I understand the answers. Thank you very much for the answers. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, and let me add, also, like Binance, OK, and Huobi, they pretend they're exiting the Chinese market because the government told them to do so. But China is still their main market. But we're DeFi. We have the advantage because we have zero KYC.
I see. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Alex, for the question. Any other comments or feedback or other questions? All right, I guess not for now. The rest will come in private. Aaron, thank you so much. Great job. I guess we are done for today. And from my side, I can just say that great job, founders. You all did an amazing job today. Super proud of you. And thank you so much, all the investors who joined us today and the ones who watched us in YouTube and LinkedIn. We will also make sure to follow up with all our network in private, especially during this pre-Christmas season to catch everyone before they go on holidays. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone, from my side. And Nelly, if you want to add anything, please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks a lot for all investors who contributed to the session today and all founders who did a lot of work. And believe me, if you compare from the beginning till today, it was a huge progress and work and blood and tears, as I mentioned already, spent on this. So founders, great job, and investors, we will be following up. Abdul and Mark and InnMind team will be sending you decks and everything you may need to make a decision. So just let us know with what startups you want to follow up. We will make warm intros. We will help you to set up meetings, and we will assist you in all the negotiation and deal exploration phase. So good luck to everyone, and wish you Christmas mood and hopefully good deals before the end of the year. Thanks a lot to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Christmas,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Good life in January.
Congrats, everyone.
Good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.